I'm getting down to the center to find our hotel. One of the things that I see over here is that it's much more colder. It's only 1 degree here. It's very cold, and not only colder, the weather is not only colder, but the scenery is more cold. Whereas in Taiwan there is more colors on the station, there's more emojis and stuff like that, but here this is more like utility. But you can see some big kind of structures with nice things.
感谢您选择首都。
This is one of the cutest rooms I've ever been into. Very cheap and a very nice location. I had a hard time finding it at first because all the maps are showing a different location. But the guys over here at the hotel, they're pretty organized, so they send me already the details on how to get here on the app, but I didn't see it beforehand, so it was my fault. And this is the room. It's pretty great and has a few amenities. Has really nice bathroom over here, and it has a nice view outside, which I will show you tomorrow because tonight it's very dark. And now I'm gonna be heading down into the famous street with all the street food and everything that's right downstairs of the hotel, and it's all crazy, everything, all the bars and nice food. And I need to go eat some things over there because I just saw it on the way and I'm super hungry. Let's go. Alright guys, now I'm on the main street, which is called Nanluoguxiang. I will write down the name so you guys know where this is because it's very crazy to pronounce it. And I need to find some food. There's a lot of things over here to see. The area is pretty nice, it's pretty clean, it looks like a night market. I got some souvenirs, some magnets from the fridge, and now I need to go check some other places to see what to buy for food.
新活动钱包，欢迎进店品尝。传统地锅鸡套餐仅需98元，老北京酸奶11.99元3杯。
And it's kind of late at night. Right now it's 10 o'clock at night, but it's pretty nice. Pretty chill out here. People just grabbing some things to eat, just walking around, and some very small local shops. Morning, my friends. Today it's the day that we're climbing up to the Great Wall of China from Beijing, and right now I'm getting ready, trying to find some good warm clothes, and I'm making my instant noodles over here so I can have something good to eat before I climb up that place. We have booked with a tour guide that is gonna take us up there from Dongximen station. I suggest to you guys, if you ever visit here, to do the same. Just book a tour guide. It's very cheap, and they will just talk to you about everything and will guide you through the whole thing. Will streamline your trip, and it will be much faster because it's much of a whole day's trip rather than just walk in the park. So let's get into it and let's go check it out. There's definitely a huge difference between China and Taiwan. There is much less organization here. People are just parking their scooters on the sidewalk. The cars are parked on the sidewalk. It reminds me something like Greece. So the law on parking applies a little bit less here. If you did that in Taiwan, you would be fined. So there are designated spaces here. I can see people parked on the zebras, on the crossings. There are no lights for the crossing, so you basically start walking and the cars will stop. It's a lot more different than what I would be expecting them to be. I was expecting this place to be much more strict, but it's not, and I kind of like it. Is that on my right side it's the old city where you have small alleyways and residential houses and really small retail stores, and on my left side is kind of the new city. So probably this is some kind of central street. So we're gonna walk the entire way to the train station. We're gonna check the vibe, and it's not too far actually. Alright, so just arrived at our tour guide location. They're waiting for us here, and we're gonna take the bus and start going up the mountain. So we're now climbing up to the west entrance of the wall. We were advised to take this one instead of the east because it's a little bit harder, but the view is much nicer. Tour guide said we can take both, and let's go take the cable car up, and then we have to walk up to the 20th tower. So we're over at the 16th tower. There's 20 total towers on the Great Wall. So we use the west entrance from the 14th to go up to the 20th, because this is also the hardest part, but with the best view. So I reached the top of the 20th tower. Apparently there's more part up there, which is not open to the public. And, it was quite a climb. So let's just get rest a little bit and then head back down. Okay, so I reached back down to the cable car entrance, and now we're ready to go back to our meeting point to head back to the city. That was a great experience. We could go the east side, but preferably not because it's too tiring and it's almost the time for our bus to leave. So we're gonna call it a day. And this was a great, awesome thing to see. old city. We're gonna check some places out and find something to eat. Some great duck, and now just stopped by 7-Eleven to buy some stuff for the morning, because it's also gonna be a long day in the morning. This is my last day tomorrow, so we're going to the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square, and so I need to go early and get some nice rest. Alipay installed and verified on your phone, because that's what you need to pay. This is a cashless society. They have some cash, but it's better sometimes to pay with that. You connect your card and it's very easy. Because tomorrow is a big day and we're having some nice tour of the Forbidden City and some other stuff. And I gotta say, China is a pretty nice place, and there's some things that I wouldn't expect from China. We think that China is a little bit different from the media and whatever anyone else says, but let's go complete this trip, and I'll let you know later what I think of all of that. What is up, everyone? Just got up and had a small breakfast, and now we're heading down to the reception to leave our baggage over there. Just heading out to do some small walk now, some morning walk in the hutons, and then I'm gonna head out to the meeting point for our Tiananmen and Forbidden City tour guide. Hopefully I'm gonna make it on time. I just installed the Didi app, which means that I will order a taxi with a Chinese app for the first time. I hope this goes well. Otherwise I'll just have to wait and take a taxi, which is kind of hard in these situations over here. Let's head out and wish me luck. Forbidden City and the Tiananmen Square, which was amazing. Now sat down in a local restaurant to have something local to eat. And then I'm going to meet some friends that I made yesterday and probably stroll to the city to check some more things out. Over here. It's -5, so we're trying to get inside the mall to get some heat, and hopefully we're gonna get there. Check and the customs was pretty much a 1-hour thing. Not too much checking. Everything went well. Now we're ready to board the plane, and we're gonna be back in Athens around in around 10 hours, I believe. So it's gonna be great for me to get some good sleep and rest.